This notion of cancel culture, you've been living it. You've been on the receiving end of it for years and years and years. That's real. And Democrats need to own up to that. They've got to mature about this.
So what do you say to people who say, well, this sounds all very good, but Governor, you were the poster boy for a lot of this stuff. I see today the Trump administration they talked about, I don't know if this is true, but they talked about the fact that California had a rule that schools cannot be required to notify parents if their kids in school have changed their gender, their pronouns. That's the kind of thing, even though it doesn't affect a lot of people, that makes a lot of people go, well, you know what? That's the party without common sense.
I knew this was going to make my head explode when I read the headline. Gavin Newsom torches toxic Democrats, urges party to talk to Republicans if they want to win. So he went on Bill Maher to say all that. He torched his own political party, said Democrats have to speak to Republicans and reject cancel culture if they want to win. First of all, Joe, the only people canceling people is the Trump administration. People they don't agree with, disappearing people, right? He said the Democratic brand is toxic right now, he said to Bill Maher. Oh, God. He talked up his newly launched podcast, an example of how Democrats can find their footing. He said, I think it's important. Democrats, we tend to be a little bit more judgmental than we should be. Adding the party should own up to their support of cancel culture if they want to move forward. I just couldn't disagree with him more, Joe. Chris and I worked with him at Current, loved him. You know, I loved him as a gay woman out here in California. He was an early ally. We loved how he goes on Fox News and beats the crap out of Republicans. He was one of the best surrogates for Biden and Harris. So I don't know what the F he's doing. He's like, oh, we need to throw trans people under the bus too. Or he's clearly moving to the center, I guess, to try to run for president. But I as you and I were talking about off air, I just keep saying we have such a smaller platform than all these right-wing outlets. Don't give them more room to spew their lies and BS, right? Like, you don't need to give Charlie and challenge them, but it seems like he's buddying with, Steve Bannon and Charlie Kirk, right?
Yeah, they come off looking like brothers in arms, and that's a problem. When you're asking, Charlie Kirk for advice on how to message on social media, and you've got people out there on our side who are doing an excellent job but not being given the same opportunities, it's a mistake. We don't break out of our echo chambers by platforming right-wing provocateurs and unabashed bigots, right? We do that by going where people are, by meeting people where they are, which actually means physically showing up where they are.
Like Tim Walz is doing, right? And he actually said he felt Democrats lost because they failed to double down on woke politics, I guess, that they're calling in diversity, equity, and inclusion. I mean, when they just did their own thing, they were, doing great. I think it's when they started listening to consultants, right? Yeah. So,
the weird stuff worked. When Tim Walz was calling them weird, they were on their heels. Like I said to J.D. Vance, and it's true that nobody likes J.D. Vance, and the Republicans lost their mind, Steph. I had sitting senators like Mike Lee retweeting my stuff saying, actually, I think J.D. Vance is a fine fellow. You have to keep them on their heels, and the way you do that is by going on offense and making people feel like they're not losing their minds.
Are you a yo-yo dieter? You diet, you lose weight, you gain it all back, plus a few extra pounds. Then later you lose it and you regain it again and again. I've been there. It's dangerous. Studies show that you can increase your risk of heart attack, stroke, type 2 diabetes, and other health problems. Breaking free of your yo-yo diet pattern is a main reason doctors created Lean. Lean is a supplement, not an injection, and you don't need a prescription. My nephew Robin is using it and has already lost a significant amount of weight. The science behind Lean is impressive. It is studied natural ingredients target weight loss in 3 powerful ways. Lean helps maintain a healthy blood sugar. That helps you control appetites and cravings. And it helps burn fat by converting fat into energy. Listen, if you're tired of losing weight and gaining it back and you want to lose a meaningful weight at a healthy pace, Lean was created just for you. Let me get you started. 20% off when you enter the code Stephanie20 at TakeLean.com. One more time, that code is Stephanie20 at TakeLean.com.